So my name is Rashad Aziz and I will be explaining what a separation funnel is. So a separation funnel is a piece of laboratory glassware apparatus that is used for liquid-to-liquid extractions for the separation of immiscible liquids that have different densities. And mixtures that are separated here are heterogeneous mixtures because they have identifiable layers. And one commonly used example would be oil and water because the oil will float above and the water will be underneath. And since they don't mix, that is why they have a separation in between. So thanks for your attention, and whoever is going next will go.
Good morning. My name is Yan Lee, and I will be presenting a separation tunnel. What exactly is a separation tunnel? A separation tunnel is a glassware apparatus used in labs that is used for separating two immiscible liquids. Liquids that do not dissolve into each other are immiscible. It features a large and rounded top with an opening and a narrow base with an aperture, equipped with a mechanic that features a close and open dynamic.
Hey, I'm going to be explaining what a separating funnel is and how to use it. So, separating funnel is basically a funnel that's made out of glass so you can see through it, and a stop cap.
So how does a separating funnel work? Firstly, pour both liquids into the funnel, the first part of the separating funnel. For example, vegetable oil and water are both poured in through the funnel. Next, the liquids enter the body, one of the main parts of the separating funnel. The body is held by a stand and metal ring. Both liquids are held in the body for about minutes to hours to days, depending on the temperature, the size of the oil droplets, the amount of water compared to the amount of oil, etc. Because both liquids are insoluble, they can be separated. Usually, the vegetable oil should float above the water as the oil is less dense than the water. After the liquids have been separated, the liquids are then to flow down from the body from an opening called the stopcock, like a valve, to manually open.
Then you open the stop cap, let the water, which is at the bottom, flow through, and then stop it. But make sure to stop it right as the oil fill line is at the valve. You don't want any more oil inside your water. That would not taste very well. Then put the oil in another container, a new life. And that, my friends, is a separate.
You might group upon a few uses for a separating funnel, such as separating water from oil, kerosene, and gasoline. The most obvious use is that you can just reuse these resources individually, so that you don't have to get new sources of water, of oil, of kerosene, of petrol, and stuff like that. But more in-depth things such as oil and petrol when put in a fuel tank is a bad thing, as oil will eventually float higher than the water, and as your water settles down to the bottom of your fuel tank, it could over time rust the fuel tank, which is a very bad thing. When separating oil and kerosene, you can now use a better form of kerosene, allowing for more exact measurements and less impurities.
When separating kerosene and water, you can find a separated amount of kerosene, and this can be used for like oil lamps and more uses like lighting your stove with the oil. This is one of the uses for a separatory funnel, separating oil and water. It has many more uses that can help in everyday life as separating oil and water, as I just mentioned. This will get you the closest thing to oil for cooking and other things. This can also separate water and petrol or water and honey.